and welcome everybody to tonight's edition of We Could Be Pets. Tonight we will be looking into patterns everyone pretends not to see. We've got a lot of important headlines to cover tonight. Make sure you stay and watch them all. First story, straight out of El Paso, Texas.
And this just made everything stranger. Watch till the end. Follow for real-time updates like this and comment your city. Earlier today, I reported on the El Paso airport being shut down for 10 days. So here's the update. Reports now say the airspace restrictions around El Paso International Airport have been lifted. Flights are moving again. But listen carefully. Just hours ago, circulating notices claimed the Federal Aviation Administration had locked things down for up to 10 days. 10. Not 10 hours, not temporary, 10 days. Now suddenly,
seems suspicious.
It's reopened. Some people online are saying it may have involved cartel drones. Others say it was a precautionary federal operation. Nothing officially confirmed. All alleged. But here's the part that doesn't add up. If this was just drones, why issue language about national defense airspace? Why mention force authorization? And most importantly, why prepare for 10 days if everything could be resolved in less than one? That timeline doesn't match, which usually means one of two things. Either the threat assessment changed fast, or the original restriction wasn't about what we're being told. Again, no claims, just patterns. Because when authorities prepare for days, then reverse in hours, something behind the scenes shifted, and we're not being looped in. So don't panic, but don't dismiss this either. Comment your city below and tell me what you think this was really all about.
So this also happened in New Orleans this morning. They as well had restricted flights, everything was grounded, and very soon after was lifted. Anybody know more information about this? Let us know. Let's stay updated and let's stay aware.
In spite of confusion, in spite of silence, discernment is key right now.
If you can see this device right here, you see the color spectrum. Okay, so this is the color spectrum that is coming off a chemtrailed sky right here. Chemtrailed sky. So what I did was I went outside with this device and I noticed that when they chemtrail the skies, the red spectrum is very, very low, but the blue, purples, and yellows and greens is very high. So when they chemtrail the skies, they're blocking out the red spectrum. This is why people buy red light incandescent bulbs and all of that, because of the fact that the red light spectrum is missing from our chemtrailed sky. Now, what's more interesting is when you get into the incandescent bulb, you see that the red spectrum is actually very high, and you see that the blue spectrum is practically non-existent. So this is why incandescent bulbs are very healing and very relaxing. They're giving you the red spectrum that they are blocking out with the chemtrails. So when they chemtrail this sky, what they're doing is they're blocking out the red spectrum. So you get lots of blue and purple and green and yellow light. And then what do the screens give you? Blue and yellow and green lights. So you're getting this constant blue light, which is making you a complete madman over time because they're blocking out all of the red spectrum.
Keep your eyes to the sky, folks. Be aware, see what's going on around you.
This is how they tell you the truth in plain sight about how all these snowstorms are created. I want you to watch this clip from this specific episode.
One more snowstorm should do it, Rocky.
One more snowstorm, eh?
And before you can say tis another orphan pickle, the plucky squirrel had grabbed a nearby sack of silver iodide crystals and was zooming through the air over the island. Silver iodide crystal? If you drop them into a cold cloud, it makes snow. Oh. Yes, Rocky was flashing through the frigid air above the island, seeding the clouds.
Cloud seeding. It's cloud seeding.
And everywhere that Rocky went, he left a curtain.
This is old school too.
Please take off your hat. This is a solemn moment. We are witnessing the greatest snow job in history. And it was true. The adequate of the snow began to tilt the island over more and more. And within a few hours, the world had flipped back to normal. And everybody was delighted with the change, except for one old gentleman.
That is exactly what they need to do. They need to tell you the truth, disclose the truth in plain sight. They were seeding the clouds with silver iodine, which creates rapid snow, which then falls and we can burn, smells like plastic. That's what's going on here. Everyone knows that these snowstorms have been far from normal. And this is just another example of how they tell you the truth in plain sight. Peace and love.
So this is something that's left in my yard after the snow here in Memphis. All the snow is gone except for a couple little spots in deep areas where it was shadowed and shaded. But as you see, you know, everything's turning green again, you know, because negative temperatures are gone after just a few days ago, and it's 75 degrees outside right now. But what's left?
Sweet Crocs, bro.
This is not spider web. This is not snow mold if you're from up north and you try to explain this away. This is not either of those things. What this is nanotechnology. This is called Morgellons. I've been a victim of Morgellons for many years, and it was destroying my life and really taking me out for a very long time, until I discovered something that helped me. So, you know, during COVID, there was something that wasn't on the shelves anymore. They took it away. It's the strangest thing. But then there's this other thing that, you know, that really helped me once I learned to ingest it, you know, just tiny amounts every day, just the smallest little bits. Destroys nanotechnology. It's a strange thing. But yeah, this is going to, so everybody's forewarned, everybody's about to experience these horrendous sores on the back of their neck and their shoulders. They're going to have blue and red fibers in their skin. You're going to have the weirdest rashes you've ever experienced in your life, all kinds of strange symptoms and effects, all kinds of coughing and different itching, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But the good news is that this is it's called insect ectosomes, and that, you know, they're trying to splice your DNA with bugs. And yeah, it gets weirder and weirder if I keep talking. So the thing is you can go to YouTube, and there is a content creator who I believe is a microbiologist, and his name is Skizit Gesture, SKIZIT GESTURE. And you're going to have an advanced college degree to understand what you're being shown, but it's going to seem like actual madness, but it's all the truth. Because you know what? We're in a crazy world. We're in the kind of world where a guy stands in an airport after the files are released, and he's mad because everybody else is calm, and they all call security on him, and he's the one that goes to jail because he's upset that they're doing the things they're doing in the files. And people like me, we've known about the files for 15, 20 years, and we try to tell people, and we felt like that guy. Everybody is just looking at us like we're the ones that are crazy. And now they drop this on everybody's heads, and everybody's like, oh, okay, all right. So anyway, you know, okay, any questions, hit me up.
I do want to tell you guys that second item he did show. I purchase it regularly just as a laundry booster. I have not been able to get it the last 3 times I have tried to get groceries. It has not been available. So what he's saying is not, he's not making it up. It's not a joke. They take these things away when we could use them most. It can't be out of stock that long. How many people buy that? I don't really think that many.
Welcome to Eastern North Carolina, where last week I missed a whole week of work because we had 10.5 inches of snow. This week, it's 75 degrees. This is where the conspiracy theorist in me starts going. I'm just saying.
So this is the first I've heard about this.
Yeah, all the weather. Everyone's having crazy weather everywhere. Please update me. What weather have you guys got? Is it weird? Is it abnormal? Summer in the winter? What's going on?
Supposedly on August 26, 2026, the Earth is going to lose its gravity for approximately 7 seconds. So basically, on August 26, 2026, for 7 seconds, gravity is going to no longer exist. So if it's not nailed down, bolted down, screwed down, glued down, taped down, all our shit's going to be floating around, including us, our pets, our fucking cars, everything. How am I the only one that hasn't heard about it? I guess it's been on Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, but yet haven't heard nothing about it till just now. I just watched a video about it. And you think, oh, 7 seconds without gravity, that's no big deal. What about when your fucking Toyota RAV4 is 50 feet in the air, and then when the gravity comes back, everything comes slamming back down? Can you imagine the casualties, the chaos, the destruction, cars totaled, houses destroyed, people killed, strewn all about? It'll be pure pandemonium. If you've heard anything about this, or if this is true, can you please comment and tell me what the hell is going on? It's supposedly some big secret thing that was released through NASA, but if you have any information, let me know, because I'm over here like getting ready to go home and have a cup of coffee. Now I'm worried about all of our shit floating away in August. So yeah, let me know.
So I have heard a couple theories about this one. Let me know if you guys have heard it. But a couple theories is maybe they are trying to make a hole in the firmament. Maybe it has something to do with a ripple from light years away, and it's catching up to us. Any other thoughts? Any other ideas? You guys, have you heard about this? Are you nervous? Have you made a plan? Get a big rope, find a good heavy duty tree, tie yourself down. That's my plan.
What's that? Oh, there's whistleblowers coming out talking about how there's certain classifications inside of morgues. What? Tell me more! Yeah, what these people are saying is there's certain classification inside of morgues, and what that means is there's the human classification, and then there's the non-human classification. They said that there's a completely different procedure that you take for the non-humans, and we're not talking about dogs, cats, or animals. Meaning when a human passes away, certain processes happen, such as body going stiff, maybe the mouth opening, things like that. So they have to prepare them a little bit different way than they would the non-humans. They said with the non-humans, typically what will happen is they balloon up a lot more and they don't fit inside of a regular size coffin, and so they have to make a custom one for them. They said there's a pretty rigorous process for them to be able to keep this quiet. They literally have to sign NDAs, and they have to agree to being basically phone tapped and being monitored on the daily. Oh, goody.
That evil Elon, y'all see evil Elon right there? What the fuck? Who the fuck, nigga? Evil Elon.
Please tell me other people saw that as well. Oh man, I was just staring at that stage like, who is this man? Old Elon, where did he come from? Is he like time traveling? What in the world is seriously happening? Does anybody actually know who that guy is? Let me know.
Did you know the grass people during Bad Bunny's halftime show are actually sugarcane, which perfectly illustrates how the United States destroyed Puerto Rico's self-sufficient farming, so they now have to import 85% of their food at a premium. Colonial forces replaced Puerto Rico's small biodiverse farming operations with large-scale monocropping that focused on commodities for export like sugarcane. Rather than farming for food, over half of the nation's jobs were in agriculture for foreign companies that paid little to nothing. Then the United States replaced the agriculture economy for development and tourism with Operation Bootstrap, causing movement away from the rural farmland towards factories and cities. Under the Jones Act, passed in 1920, both Puerto Rico and Hawaii are still forced to pay exorbitant prices for the most expensive shipping to import their food from the mainland United States. Since the ships have to be 100% American and there's little to no competition, Puerto Rico alone pays a yearly premium between $367 million and $537 million just for food and beverage. Meanwhile, American and foreign agrochemical companies have poisoned their land, air, and water to test GMO seeds and pesticides. It's estimated that 85% of all seeds used in the global seed supply chain pass through Puerto Rico, despite them receiving very little value for it. So when people like Jake Paul go and diss Bad Bunny for being, quote, a fake American citizen who publicly hates America, they're completely missing out on the ways he was celebrating the identity of Puerto Ricans and Americans and highlighting the corruptions that
500 private.
Question also, do you guys think the electrical poles had any significance? We do know Puerto Rico has lost power multiple times for quite a long time. Maybe he was sending a little message there as well.
Jet departed California immediately after the Super Bowl.
So Michael Jackson was protecting the kids all along. Now, for the past few days, I've been reading the files, the documents. You know what I'm talking about. And let me just say, some of the things I read, I wish I wouldn't have read it, especially because of the mental images about certain people and what are in those files, but I digress on that. But Michael was taking the kids allegedly to Neverland to protect them against the ones that were accusing him of what they were doing. Let that sink in. Not one moment during any of that Michael nonsense did I feel that he did anything wrong. That was based on intuition, that was based on something here, but he was trying to protect them. And it makes sense. Corey Feldman, Aaron Carter, Macaulay Culkin, multiple other kids were all saying he was innocent, but everyone just said, oh, they've been paid off, and nope, they're lying. They were all protecting him because he was protecting the kids from the people that were accusing him of doing just what they were doing. This is absolutely insane. Like, have you read the files, the documents? We'll call them documents. Have you heard this about Michael? Like, I literally saw an interview with his sister LaToya where she said that he told her, I'm afraid they're gonna unalive me, and she didn't believe him. These documents are deep, 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 deep. Let me know what you think. Did you read them? Have you heard the story? And like and follow for more, because whoa.
I really do hope that is true about Michael. I always had hopes for him too. Man, he always seemed like such a pure soul, even though all of the accusations and everything against him. I think it's he never had a real childhood, so he was never a child, but then he was never really an adult. He was never left alone. He probably had to have permission to do anything. He probably couldn't do anything by himself. Told where to go, what to do, how to do it, everything. You guys read the files?
The next step.
The next step is the next step. They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know? The memory erasure, they erase my memories. Time goes by and I can't control my mind.
They use a hypnosis technique, not just TikTok, this is everybody, called fractionation, which is where you bring somebody up and like you'll see one of those videos of a grandpa holding his grandbaby, you know, like that makes you almost cry. Have you ever cried just watching like a 60-second Instagram reel?
Yeah.
I have too, man.
Yeah.
And I feel stupid. I'm by myself watching a 60-second video.
Or commercials, or a song, or something you see. Maybe that's just me.
But they'll pull you down into that. Then they'll punch you back up like 2 videos later, and you'll start to notice this. 2 videos later, it'll be a riot, someone robbing a store, fist fight, a car going way too fast, flipping off the road, an airplane almost crashing. So they get you up and down and up and down. And the more I can do that, this is proven that ramps up suggestibility. Dr. Milton Erickson did studies on this in the 1960s. And that increases your level of suggestibility like tenfold. The more I can get you up and down, up and down. And what happens after you get like 4 or 5 cycles of up and down? You get an ad. And it's so reliable. And I didn't realize it was happening until my wife said, "Why are you buying shit off Instagram ads like once a week now?" And I was working on me. So I was buying stupid shit that was on Instagram ads. And then I finally set time limits on those apps.
You set time limits on those apps?
Yes, yes. And my wife has the passcode to unlock the, whatever it's called, screen time, the iPhone screen time. But I'm a brainwashing expert. And I am personally terrified of short form social media like that.
Mind erasing, mind control, mind manipulation. Oh, they know what they're doing. Yeah, they do. Okay, on to the next story.
They did not want me to make this video, but it's important, so listen up, pay attention. The Mandelson scandal, forget about that, forget about it. It's important for another reason I'll talk about in a separate video, but that's not the whole point. The whole point is it's a smoke screen. Like anytime shit pops off, always think, okay, what else is going on that nobody's talking about? What is significant that they're hiding from us? And this one is absolutely massive. This one changes your whole bloody life. Like, that's why I'm shouting, because it's so fucking important. Like, oh my God, 15-minute cities is in effect, came in effect in February of this year. So just a couple weeks ago, rolled out in Oxford. Not one news outlet. I have scoured the internet, but we'll talk about this. None. I see it nowhere. Crickets. Like it's been said about the fact that, in effect, in the United Kingdom, this boggles my mind, people, boggles my bloody mind, is that there are 6 streets in the centre of Oxford, which obviously some of them include the residential street. Residents have to apply for a permit. You have got 100 visits per year.
I'm just going to pause this for you guys for just a second here. 100 visits per year. $25 days if you don't live in the area.
Figures have 25. And once those have been used up, you have got to, listen to me, you've got to find an alternative route. Like, if that's not total authoritarianism, I don't know what is. These will be controlled by the license plate recognition cameras, so the AI cameras. Oh, you guys are not talking. You guys are not. Oh my God, this boils my blood. Boils my bloody blood. I am bubbling right now. If you're not bubbling, then you don't like your life. Like, everything's about to change and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. Like, how can this be? Are you mad? Oh my God. You can only travel a certain road. You have to apply for permission. And listen to this. It's only 30% of people that don't drive in Oxford. So what happened to the other 70%? They're like, oh, we need to make it more accessible for the 30%. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. It's worth the fact that we're going to be 10 minutes late for work. It's worth it. If this site, listen, go look it up. Go look it up. Don't let these people mug you off, because they're mugging us off. I recorded a 6-minute video talking about all of this, naming all the streets and going over all the stuff. It's gone from my phone. Oh, it has gone from my phone. Yesterday's video could not be found. Look into my deleted, not there. I recorded the video. It was about a 6-minute video. We all know how I can waffle, like talk. I recorded, I went bit by bit. I thought, cool, let's edit this down, make it about 2 minutes or so. My video was gone, people. Video no longer there. Completely gone.
Okay, this is a big topic, you guys. 15-minute cities. Have you heard about them? Have they begun it? Yes, they have begun it. Where's it going next? Hopefully they can fight it. Hopefully they can overthrow it. Hopefully they can break down those walls and those license plate cameras. They want to lock us in.
Everything they've told you about bells is a complete lie. Bells are not just a regular form of music like the rest. Because when a bell is rung, it emits the divine frequency of all, which is 432 hertz. And the human body is only 100 hertz. Therefore, when a bell is rung in the presence of humans, the frequency and vibrations emitted from the bell can instantaneously heal that individual. Because if we think of humans, our cells are 70% water. Therefore, when the bells were rung in a cathedral, all of those cells in a human body would become instantaneously structured. And the individual, as a result, would become from a low frequency to a high frequency individual, or instantaneously healed. And this is exactly why they have removed all of the big bells and even put holes in them, because it interfered with the frequency which the bell would give off. And specifically the big bells had the capability to heal the whole town when they were rung due to the size of them and therefore the frequency they gave off. And what's interesting is these bells were also made out of copper and brass as well, and we know that these emit their own frequencies as well. And this is exactly why the Rockefellers removed all of the bells, because they found something out about bells that they don't want you to know about.
Have you guys heard about this? The bells? The taking down of the bells? If you guys can't find, there's a lot of new things you can do. Sound baths, sound therapy. Get yourselves some chimes. Make your own vibrations. You can still do the sound healing. We can still heal ourselves. We can still heal ourselves.
Hey Gary.
Yeah.
Why are you always barefoot?
Barefoot is because your feet need to touch the ground, number one, for general health. All your organs exist on the bottom of your feet. Number two is you actually get electricity from the ground. That's why if you're feeling tired, you're feeling worn out, you feel like you don't have energy, if you just take your shoes off and walk, even on concrete conducts electricity because it's silica, or right onto the grass, you'll find that within 30 minutes of walking, you'll actually have energy again. That's why I wear barefoot everywhere I can. You know, every once in a while I have to wear shoes, but when I can't go barefoot, I go Vivo barefoot.
Thank you for joining the special edition of We Could Be Pets. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have any ideas, suggestions, let me know. We will be back again, and they are out there. They know what they're doing. What are they doing? We don't know what they're doing. The truth is out there. We will never know. Anyway, have a great evening, and remember the great possibility that we could be pets. Signing off.